Thank you for joining us today. I'm Michelina Cusano, a certified divorce specialist at the Riley Divorce and Family Law Firm. And we are here with Andrea Klein, our CEO, COO, and best-selling author of The Path to Resilience, a guide to winning in court and in life. And we are excited because tonight at 7 p.m., Andrea Klein and Paul Riley will be going live, and we will be hosting a webinar on the very topic on how to divorce a narcissist. Andrea, we hear this word narcissist being used quite a bit. Um, can you tell us and tell our listeners, how do we know if we're in a partnership or in a marriage with a narcissist?
Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Michelina. And that's a
One.
fantastic question. Narcissist, you're right, is a buzzword. Heard it used many times. We all think we're dealing with a narcissist when we're obviously in conflict, and we feel we're being reasonable and the other person is not being reasonable, right? But what characterizes somebody as being a narcissist or having narcissistic personality disorder per se? Because I'll tell you right off the bat, most people who actually have narcissistic personality disorder aren't the type of people who are going to go to a doctor or therapist and get a diagnosis. So it's
For
really
sure.
hard to tell, right? But what are some of the things that really characterize a narcissist? I would say just a superiority complex, a sense of, you know, um, being better than others, being entitled, a greater sense of entitlement. They are not afraid to exploit others for their own personal gain. They often lack empathy, just basic empathy for what other people are going through or their feelings. Oftentimes, they're prolific liars. They don't seem to have any issue lying just for their own personal gain or to make themselves look a certain way. And for the most part, most people who have narcissistic personality disorder, they tend to be unable to regulate their emotions. So when they have an angry outburst, they often explode. And if you're in a close personal relationship with a narcissist, you usually have to take on the brunt of that anger or that aggression. So I would say that's one of the most defining terms, characteristics of a narcissist.
And Andrea, what I hear from and from my own experience and as well as working with our clients, um, I hear a lot, very manipulative. It feels like they're walking on eggshells daily. They don't know what they're going to get. And they're extremely charming outside the home, charismatic, charming, but then inside the home, it's a totally different story.
Absolutely. Yeah. They want to portray themselves one way to the outside world, to the public. And I mean, having gone through this personally and professionally, having seen this all the time, people in the outside, outside of the family think they're fantastic, think they're funny, they're charming, they've got this, great outlook. They'll even go so far as, to show public displays of affection and hold hands and appear to be the perfect husband or wife or partner. But oftentimes behind closed doors, that is a very, very different reality for the spouse who's living with them. It's constantly walking on eggshells, watching that what you say or do isn't going to make them angry so that they're going to explode or have an angry outburst. So, yeah, it's really, really difficult living with somebody with narcissistic personality disorder. And it's even more difficult leaving somebody with narcissistic personality disorder because of this, this personality. They don't take a breakup or any kind of rejection well. And oftentimes the way one behaves during marriage is the same way they're going to behave during divorce. So if they're angry and if they can't emotionally regulate and if they're the type of person who's going to bully you and gaslight you during a relationship, they're going to do the same thing during a separation. So how you go about doing, like, breaking up with them and strategies that you employ when you're actually going through the legal process, it's very important to plan that ahead of time, because you're not dealing with just a typical breakup where you've got two people on both sides who are logical, who want what's best for the kids, who want, to move on with their lives. You're dealing with somebody who's vindictive, who's angry, who's entitled, who's, really just didn't want this relationship to end because it's not going the way that they expected it to. So yeah, really have to factor that in when you're going through a separation.
I love that.
Yeah, and that's the stuff we're going to be talking about tonight on the webinar. So, join us tonight at 7
Yeah.
p.m. I'm going to be talking more about the, coaching element, the setting goals and how to emotionally regulate and communicate with a spouse who has narcissistic tendencies, how to have a positive co-parenting relationship with somebody who has narcissistic tendencies, even if you're the only one really co-parenting in the situation. What can you control? What kind of things can you do to make this easier on your kids? Those are the topics I'm going to dive into. Paul Riley will be joining me. He's the CEO of the Riley firm and, a seasoned family law lawyer. And he's going to be talking about legal strategy. What strategies are best to employ? What tools? What kind of evidence do you need to collect? What kind of process works best when you're dealing with somebody with narcissistic tendencies? So this webinar is going to be really, really good, really educational, fun. It's going to be interactive. We're going to have time for Q&A at the end, and we're really looking forward to just connecting with with anyone going through this and trying to help them through the process, because I know it's tough.
Yeah. And Andrea, does one need to have a link or to register to join this live webinar this evening?
Yeah, we'll be posting the registration link in the comments below. So do click to register. You'll see once you click the link, you'll get onto a landing page. Just put in your name, your email, and you will have a link delivered to your inbox. So you will be ready to join us at 7 p.m. Join a few minutes early. Make sure you just take this time for yourself. Bring a pen, a notepad, be prepared to take notes, because this is going to be incredibly educational for those who are joining, and we're really excited to just share some information that's going to really help people move forward in this type of situation.
I don't know about you, Andrea, but I could have really used the Riley Divorce and Family Law Firm when I was going through my separation and divorce. So we're really looking forward to seeing everyone tonight. If you have any questions or need help with anything leading up to the event, don't hesitate to reach out. Really looking forward to seeing everyone there. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to drop the link in the chats in the comments, and we're looking forward to seeing everyone there.
See you tonight. Take care, everyone. Bye.